And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Ich würde einen Cupcake bevorzugen. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Alter, hör auf! Boah, das macht mich irre! Oh Gott, da krieg ich Pelle bei! Alter! Warum ist das so gruselig? Lass die Scheiße doch sein! Oh Gott! Alter! Und ich will gar nicht Natsuki und Yuri sehen jetzt. Was kriege ich dann? Oh nein! Hör auf! Ich will das nicht. Ich will doch nicht back sein. Oh Gott! Puh. Oh Gott, I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. What? Boah, deine Mutter, Junge! Hör auf! Hallo, ich bin auch nicht vorbereitet! Hey, hör auf! Oh, come on! Das ist schön! Oh, Entenpelle und Tränen! Tolle Kombination! Oh, Judy! Oh, ich wollte mich nicht so in die... nein, ich finde gut, dass du mich das so fühlen lässt, aber nicht auf diese Weise. Hör auf! Oh Gott! Oh, ey! Oh Gott! Okay. Natsuki, möchtest du auch? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere? Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Scout Flipper. Ich will nicht klicken, ich hab Angst vor jedem Klick. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Yeah. It's nice to meet you. Ich danke für deinen Side-Eye, aber Panik. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Scott Flipper in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know... Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Scott Flipper? The girls have... Ich möchte mich nicht beruhigen, weil ich dann Angst habe, dass ich noch härter vom nächsten Jumpscare gehittet werde. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Ganz kurz mal aber, ne? Bei dem, was jetzt gerade alles steil geht. Wie wäre das alles gelaufen, wenn ich von Anfang an die Sayori-Route gegangen wäre? Hätte dann wer anderes den Scheiß abgezogen? Oder wer mit wem anders was passiert? Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. Oh Gott, damals wollte ich den Seat in Monica nehmen. Oh Gott, please, no, let me go. I wanna go home and hang myself. Oh God. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club... there we go. As of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Das bin ich. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Blah. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us, before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help and you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be my pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Moment, was? Tea? Ah, okay, ich habe gerade hätte ich verlesen. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Skirt Flipper, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Wobei ich mich jetzt gerade fragen muss, wie weit gehe ich jetzt den alten Text durch? Wie weit ziehen wir das jetzt durch, wo ich in jeder Sekunde auf einen neuen Jumpscare warte, weil irgendein komischer Grafikglitch auftaucht, der mich einfach vollkommen verjagt? Könnte man das sagen, wie lange ich das jetzt durchziehen muss? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with the deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ja, ich auch offensichtlich! I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Geh weg, ich hab Panik vor dir, Frau. I'd expect that from you, Yuri? Wait. Oh, das ist anders. Oh Gott, nein. Monika war von Anfang an der Villain. Nur ich habe nicht mit irgendwelchen kosmischen Powers gerechnet. I'd expect it from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Warte, die eine Aussage von Monika, die war doch nicht damals so, oder? Das war doch irgendwas in der Art von wegen, hätte ich bei dir nicht erwartet, Yuri, oder? Das war doch das komplette Gegenteil, oder bin ich das doof? Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't we share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Irgendwie jede Aussage hittet sehr viel härter jetzt. Alter. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Um... I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as the members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Skatflipper? Hold on, there's still one problem. Ja, erstmal eine Frage. Wenn es jetzt echt dazu kommt, dass wir nochmal Gedichte schreiben müssen, ich will nicht wissen, was da für Wörter drin sind oder inwieweit sich das im Verhältnis zu vorher geändert hat. Oh Gott. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls step back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you... Oh yeah, was kommt jetzt? I guess I need to tell you the truth, Skatflipper. The thing is... We don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Achso, das ist die Geschichte, ja, das weiß ich. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I join the Literature Club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Skatflipper? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Skatflipper, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Ja, fuck you! Gib mir meine ersten 2-3 Sessions. Gib mir Judy auf dem Fußboden mit Schokolade zurück. Das klingt auch verkehrt, irgendwie. Mann! Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, ich hab Panik vor jedem Klick. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Skatflipper, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Oh, ich hab Panik, Alter! With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica, welche ich damals Ponytail Abigail getauft habe und jetzt ist sie Abigail Williams, denn irgendwie hat sie Hexenkraft und nicht im guten Sinne. Ich hab... ja. Panik. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in Literature Club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem! Would you like to read it? No! Aber ich mach's for the sake of it. Ah! Not in Israel? Was? No thing is... Nothing is real. Fragezeichen? Ich will nicht weiter. Ich habe Angst. Okay. How on earth am I supposed to I'll just write my feelings. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to jump scare me. Oh Gott. Die Misere meiner Seele ist nicht allein. Denn Hand in Hand zieht sie mit Depression. Und beide sind schüchtern, aber Desaster gibt ihnen einen Schubs. Und leider zu weit und beide fallen die Klippe runter und sterben. Sind tot. Ja, in der Fantasie sah es alles noch anders. Moment, in der Fantasie ist Natsuki. Ja, okay, die sind am Boden zerschellt und die wieder zusammenzukleben ist hopeless. Ja, bleibt nur, sie kennt sich aus ihrer Existenz zu entfernen. Am besten, indem man die einfach so lange zerhackstückelt und verbrennt, bis kein bisschen mehr im ganzen Universum über ist. Ja, der ganze Gedanke ist schon irgendwie frightening, aber effizient. Ja, falls da noch was überbleibt, kann man die einfach auf dem Graveyard verschaden, das ist kein Problem. Ja, ich habe gerade vergessen, wer die beiden geschubst hat und wer die beiden waren. Mein Gott, dabei war der Anfang dieser Geschichte sowas von extraordinär. Scheiße. Ja, ich habe einen Punkt auf Natsuki gegeben. Die ganze Story wird irgendwie ein bisschen instabil. Ja, ja, meine Gedanken sind irgendwie jetzt gerade massakriert. Ich habe keine Ahnung mehr. Ja, habe ich schon von meiner Desorientierung erzählt? Nein, ich glaube nicht. Ich bin höchst desorientiert. Das hatte ich auch schon mal in der Art. Denn habe ich gerade irgendwie ein fettes Problem mit Regenwolken. Also, verdammt. Und zwar, naja, seien wir ehrlich, sagen wir einfach, es war Gewitter, hier aus den Regenwolken, war Gewitter und es war sehr rutschig. Und hier an der großen Klippe, wo die ja runtergefallen sind, die beiden, da sind sie selber runtergesprungen, weil es rutschig war. Und das war halt Suizid, alles ganz normal. Ich hätte noch einen Strick nehmen können, aber der war gerade belegt. Kawaii. Okay, das ja, oh nein, Tragödie, schrecklich. Ja, aber hey, wir haben ja, offensichtlich, wann immer irgendwer sich das Leben nimmt, ein Reset für alle Eternity. Und ganz ehrlich, wenn halt jetzt diese Story von doppelten Suizid und Gewitter kontaminiert wurde, dann vergesse ich das einfach weiter, denn no shit, nichts ist real und das war alles in meiner Imagination. Amen. Hi again, Scott Flipper. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Ja, ich habe keine Beine in-game, Fräulein. Was willst du denn von mir erwarten? Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh Gott! Mach da jetzt kein Wortwitz raus! Bitte nicht! Ich klicke einfach mal. Okay, sie hängen nicht, aber es gab wieder komische Pixel-Frames. Oh Gott, warum ist das so scary? Ganz im Ernst, das ist doch Wahnsinn. Oh Gott. Thanks for keeping your promise, Scott Flipper. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commotion for you, a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh Gott! Oh Gott! Oh Gott! Oh Gott! Oh Gott! Oh Gott! Alter! Gott, bist Oh Gott, die Jumpscares sind so effizient bei dieser Musik. Ich kann das nicht. Ich kann das einfach nicht. Ei, 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 ei. Oh, 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 atmen. Oh, oh, Juri, hallo. Ich mag dich. Hab dich lieb. Oh, ich kann all meine Vermutungen über dich vergessen. Ah, es ist alles okay. Du hast nur Ärmel. Und manchmal ist es warm. Und dann müssen die Ärmel halt hochgekrempelt werden. Das ist ganz normal. Oh. Ui. Oh Gott. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack, please. I don't want to do... Das Bild ist schief. Sehe ich jetzt gerade auch. Das Bild ist schief. Also, der Background ist schief. Ich will nicht, ich hab Panik. Und vielleicht ist es die Perspektive, aber... Oder die Drehung vom Bildschirm, aber es kommt mir auch vor, als wären die beiden näher als sonst, oder? Oh Gott, ich hab Angst. So große Angst. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I won't see the end of it! Ich krieg einen kleinen Herzinfarkt vorher. Alter, ist sie klein. Warum ist sie so groß? Und warum ist sie vor dem... Ganz ehrlich, das ist einfach ein PNG von einer Dame, die vor dem Textfeld steht. Warum ist das so scheiße terrifying? Oh Gott. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Scott Flipper. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? My comfort? Mike? No, thank you? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no, either way. Like I said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. I want to go home! So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Ja, a book. Letztes Mal war das mit Embarrassment verbunden, weil, Sayori Dinge gesagt hatte. He pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Und das ist wieder gerade, und ich habe Angst vor dem nächsten Jumpscare. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time I'm terrified. I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Okay, so weit so good. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Hmm? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Sounds Rutsky to me. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this girl who hangs herself. It's about this Wait! Letztes Mal war es noch das Mädchen, das heimgesucht wird von Leuten, die entkommen sind aus dem Human Experiment Prison. Oh yeah. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and it starts selectively breeding people... And they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Dark, nennst du das? Ja, sure. I mean... You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Skirt Flipper? Oh, I'm all for chopping off limbs for fun. What would you expect? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story... It's just that this kind of story... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Or scares, no. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, my whole body... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. My whole body? Das ist nicht mal im Dinge. My whole body. Ich habe nicht gelesen, was da stand als letztes. Das war zu schnell weg. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a Literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Ah! Oh God! Alter! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh Gott! Oh. Du erwartest es die ganze Zeit und es kommt jedes Mal so unexpected. Ich will nicht mehr! Alter, ich piss mich an! Hör auf! Alter! Der Kontrast ist zu stark! Ich kann damit nicht klar! Alter! Oh! Oh! Oh Gott! Oh Gott! Kinder! Oh! Oh Gott! Oh! Oh Gott! Ich will mich in eine Ecke verkriechen und mich in eine Decke einwickeln. Ich will nichts anderes. Alter! Oh God! Yes. I mean, you didn't have to, but... what are you saying? I'm scared of every click! Let me just... Das bin ich. Das bin ich anyways. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive und bald skippen wir zu unserem schönen ersten gemeinsamen Lesebild und ich habe Angst davor. You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue! I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of... What? I was just bathing in the feeling of... Oh god, bathing, wie in dem Gedicht. Oh god. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Okay, ja. Soweit so gut. Nichts Ungewöhnliches. Soweit. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, and that's not the problem right now! Not anymore! It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? No, I'm not! To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as... I think okay. Ich habe gerade gedacht, sie bezieht sich auf das, was ich in Gedanken gesagt habe. Oh Gott! You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Und gleich kommt Monika reingesprungen und killt the mood und ich hab Angst. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh God. Oh God! Oh! No! No! No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. I mean, looking kinda cute, I suppose, but no. that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright?
Eh?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. I do, not gonna lie. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel a heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Yandere, you! Aber I can accept it a little bit easier now that everything is done and everything is falling apart. Und ich möchte mir einreden, dass Realität 1 Yuri diese Züge nicht hatte. Original Yuri, die ich so gern habe, ist die mit der er auf dem Fußboden saß und die Post-Nut Clarity hatte, nachdem ich sie mit Schokolade gefüttert habe. Das ist mein Epizentrum von Yuri und alles dahinter ist Fanfiction, ja. Alles dahinter ist Crap.
Scared Flipper? Did something happen just now?
Yeah? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking... I stand up. I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off the book, then slip it back into my bag.